do some presuming here. We can think that they have remains in one area, and
okay, CNN put this out about 18 minutes ago. I haven't checked it completely.
They don't want anyone to walk. I don't think they're worried about the general public out there.
We'll figure it out.
They're worried about other officers. And now they can search that one area. I don't know how you calculate something like that. A forensic expert would be able to tell us that. How big of an area do you worry about bones being taken? This is horrible to talk about, but bones being taken after the person has died. How big of an area do you need to cordon off in order to find other remains?
Very clear now to us the intention of the blue tent, obviously. I think it goes without saying, but I will say it to our audience. The blue tent only set up there for the intention as being a weight for the tape, a tent, a post, if you will, thank you, that has been set up. So they have cordoned off this area.
What is the next story, Ross? All right, well, this is exciting movie news. We have our first trailer for Scream 5. Now, who was in the first Scream? Oh, that's right, you. You were.
I don't know. They're going to wait and confirm the DNA and all this stuff to be sure that it is Brian Laundrie. It's funny that the parents went out there and found something immediately. So there's not really much being said. They're going to confirm that it's his body. I bet you we'll hear it in the next couple of hours. Don't know. 37 days. Let's see here. That's all we're getting. Not getting anything. They're going to keep us in suspense until they can confirm. Hey, Ash. Looks like they're going to keep us in suspense until they can confirm that these remains that were found out there are actually his. But this came in 18 minutes ago. And it's still the same thing. I thought it was something, but it's not. It's not nothing that we don't know yet.
When they're sick, they get comfortable anywhere.
Hey, there's a commercial.
And spread germs everywhere. Wherever they rest, protection. Nothing kills more viruses, including the COVID-19 virus, on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
Joy Lang, hey.
As you're aware, the FBI and the Northport Police Department and our state and local law enforcement partners have been searching the area of the Carlton Reserve for Brian Laundrie, a person of interest in the murder of Gabby Petito. Earlier today, investigators found what appears to be human remains, along with personal items, such as a backpack and notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie. These items were found in an area that up until recently have been underwater. Our evidence response team is on scene using all available forensic resources to process the area. It's likely the team will be on scene for several days. I know you have a lot of questions, but we don't have all the answers yet. We are working diligently to get those answers for you. We are grateful for the dedication and professionalism of the Northport Police Department, along with our partners from the state and local agencies. Complex investigations such as this cannot be accomplished by one agency alone, but there's just too many agencies to name them all here today. Portions of the Myakkahatchee Creek Environment Park and Carlton Reserve will remain closed to the public until further notice. This is an active and ongoing investigation, so we ask the public to maintain distance from any law enforcement personnel.
I don't know where MGL is. I haven't heard from her for a second.
Vehicles and other related activity for the safety of the public and to protect the integrity of our work. We have no additional comment related to today's activities. Our FBI Denver office is the lead investigative agency, and all future inquiries should be directed to them. We appreciate the tremendous support from the public and continue to ask for your assistance in bringing this investigation to close.
Huh. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to say anything.
Ready, sous chef?
Let me stop these
Fresh
commercials.
quality ingredients can make or break your dish. With HelloFresh,
Yeah, it doesn't look like that. They're going to wait until they can be sure that this body belongs to him, or these body parts belong to him. So I ran this live because this came up with CNN 18 minutes ago, and it's nothing that we don't know already. So MGL's doing all she can, I guess, and she's catching a lot of heat for it. I'm good, Ash. I've just been watching this Gabby Petito case really closely. I think in the end, like I said before, and I could be wrong, but I thought right off the bat that he would have offed himself, and we're not going to get the answers that we want. I don't think he can live with himself what he did. I do believe there was a strong and passionate love between those two, and that he, in a fit of rage, ended up killing her because she suggested taking a break or leaving him altogether. And people are giving Molly a lot of crap, and some of the other people that are out in front of the Laundrie's house, including the neighbors. But the question still remains: is he came back with that vehicle that they bought, the Ford van, without her, and he had to tell them something, and they're not saying what he told them about where she could be. And I would say to the neighbors, well, what if it was your child? So I don't know. If I hear anything, I'm going to put it up. But Laura's running it, Molly's running it, and I don't know if the police dropped the ball. They were kind of going on both. Hey, Kim, they were kind of going on both what they were both saying. I'm sure they couldn't project into the future that she would be dead in a week or so after that. But if she would have been like, yeah, he was beating on me, he hit me, and blah blah blah, and I'm scared and all that, of course they would have arrested him. But it wasn't. That's not what they were telling. So I think that they based how they handled it by separating them for the night on what they were being told. And people said that she was under his spell and she was scared, and that's why she was saying that. I think if she wanted out and she was tired of him and she was scared of him, that was the perfect way to end it. By saying, yes, he beat on me. Yes, he did this. I think that they got into a fight. They were fighting. And I think that I've watched Brian Laundrie's body language over and over again. I've watched Gabby while they were doing that, and they seemed like that it was a mutual thing that they were fighting. I don't think there's a long history of them fighting, something new to them. So I just don't see it. I think that she wanted to leave him or take a break or reevaluate the situation, the relationship, because people were telling her. I can't see him as being controlling. I don't see it. And I think that he had a fit of rage and he did what he did, and he doesn't look like the type of guy or sound like the type of guy that could last. Didn't they let him take her van? I don't know what you mean by that. He came back with the van, and then he used her debit card for over $1,000, which kind of tells me, if he's using her card, well, he knows that she doesn't need that money. I just wonder what the Laundries know that they're not telling us, and I think they should be pressured to talk. I think that people should speak up for Gabby the way that they do. Some other people don't believe in that. That's okay. But if it was their child, they would be. I don't know. So if I hear anything different, I'll post it. But until then, peace and chicken grease. Y'all have a good day. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep my eye on it close. I'm gonna look at some different sources and see what I can find. But they're not gonna tell us anything until they have 100% positive ID on the body parts that were found.